growing up in an all-white school. Welcome to Coming Home with Megan. This is day 4 of 30 days of coming home. All right, so I wanted to share a little bit of background of why I am doing Facebook Live for 30 days. And being adopted, I never really got to have those conversations with my friends, with my family. It was just not the normal thing to do. And so instead of just sharing my personal adoption journey in these smaller communities of other adoptees, I really want to bring it out into the public and make these conversations a little bit more normal, normalize these types of conversations. And not just for me, but for other adoptees as well. So it's definitely nerve-wracking getting on here and being vulnerable and sharing these stories with you. But the fact that I'm doing it live, so there's no edits, I'm not pre-recording or anything. So this is just me live sharing and being as vulnerable as possible. All right, so we're gonna just jump right into it. So I grew up in an all-white town. My family's white. My school is white. There was like 1% minority, and I was the 1%. So when you're used to a small town and you grew up with the same friends, you played the same sports with the same peers from elementary school and to intermediate school and to middle school, I didn't get nervous until I had to make the transition from middle school to high school. Because at the time, there were so many people that were moving into the city that I was living in, that the middle school that I went to was actually our high school at the time. It used to be our high school. And they turned it into the middle school because they had to build a whole new school to house all these new people that were moving into town. So I was getting nervous. I mean, I'm already nervous going into high school for the first time, my freshman year. And sorry about that. I had my alarm set on. I'm still trying to figure out this Facebook Live stuff. Okay, so transitioning into middle school from high school is already scary enough. And then the thoughts for me, because everyone in town already knew who I was. All my friends knew who I was. The families knew who I was. They knew I was adopted and all of that. And I didn't have to explain myself. And one of the things that got me really nervous about moving into high school was like, oh my gosh, there's going to be a whole new set of peers that I haven't met before. There's going to be a whole new set of teachers that don't even know me and my family. And I was really nervous about, like, am I going to have to, for the first time, like, explain to people, like, oh yeah, that's my mom, that's my dad, and yeah, I know they don't look like me. And I just got really nervous about that. So I remember my very first day in speech class. I'm sitting in speech class, and freshman year in high school, and the teacher does roll call. And so as she's going down the list of names, you're supposed to say here when she calls your name. So she's going down the list of names, and everyone's saying here. Some people are absent and some people are present. And then she goes down and she sees, there was some Asian name. I don't even remember what it was, but it was like Lee Tong or something like that. And so she's like, Lee Tong. No one answers. She repeats herself, Lee Tong, Lee Tong. She keeps repeating herself. Eventually, she turns and looks directly at me and repeats herself over and over again. And I am sitting in my chair and I'm just like, oh my God, I think like this teacher is staring at me. She thinks this is who like I'm supposed to say here. Like she really believes that is who I am, the name that she was calling out. And so I kind of do like like looking around, trying to dodge my teacher's, stare at me. And finally, it wasn't until someone in class interrupted her and said, excuse me, that is not her name. Thank you so much, whoever said that. I have no clue who said that, but that pretty much saved the day for me. And so that was my very first time that I experienced some kind of prejudice as well. So yeah. All right, well, thank you so much for being here with me, and I look forward to tomorrow on day 4 with Coming Home with Megan. Bye.